Jason from Arms.
And we're here at the band's Warped Tour in Uniondale. How's your day going so far?
It's pretty good. The weather's good. It's been pretty hot, rainy, windy the last few days, so this is a nice break from extreme weather.
So how has the tour as a whole been so far?
It's been pretty good. It's been actually really good. Response for us has been increasingly good as the tour's gone on. This is our 6th year, so it's been really good. It kind of feels like home now, so it's awesome.
It's your 6th year. How do you think that the whole program has really grown since you first started getting on these tours?
I mean, it's grown a lot with the help of Warped Tour. Warped Tour sees like 700,000 people a year just about over the country over the course of 2 months, so those numbers are pretty incredible when you can reach that many people, and being able to do that the last 6 years has definitely helped our mission and our message, and just connecting with the industry and all our fans and supporters.
Alright, so you want to give us a little background on your message for those who don't know?
Yeah.
What are you guys really about?
We're a non-profit movement that's dedicated to presenting hope and finding hope for people struggling with depression, addiction, self-injury, and suicide. We also exist to encourage, inspire, inform, and invest directly into treatment and recovery. And we just started just by trying to help a friend, printing some t-shirts to pay for treatment, and kind of tried to tell her story, put it on the internet, and people just really connected with her struggles, but also her redemption as she found help and hope through that.
There's a movie coming out, right? The Renee movie?
Yep.
Tell us a little bit about that.
There's like a private film company that's producing and funding it, and it's basically based on those 5 days from when Renee was denied entrance into treatment till she got accepted to treatment. And it just goes through her story and her life and how she dealt with depression, addiction, self-injury, and suicide attempt. And just her friends coming around her and trying to support her and show her love and just trying to get her through that so she made it into treatment. And I mean, that's also the story of how we began, was through Renee and trying to help her. So it's really cool. They have a tent on Warped as well this summer, the Renee movie tent. So it's been cool. We got to sit up there a few days. We have a very similar fan base, and so we're just trying to like connect each other across the road.
How has that been connecting with the fans? Like, I'm sure you've met plenty of people who have really like felt the story and have been inspired by it.
I think for the most part, anyone that ends up coming up to our tent either knows what we do or is curious, and once they find out what we do or they are already sure what we do, they always have a connection, or whether it's themselves or a loved one. And I think what we've realized is the issues we talk about are not issues of like race, ethnicity, gender, religion. They're issues of humanity. And so anyone can struggle, and everyone does. Either everyone has known someone themselves or a friend or a loved one that can struggle. So it's been good. People are so supportive and encouraging, and especially here, there's a whole non-profit section where our tent is. There's like 15 different non-profits, so it's just a really great like family feel. Everyone's there trying to do good stuff, so it's awesome.
That's what it should be all about, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Now, one of your campaigns now is Fears versus Dreams.
Right.
That's something personally I really like, because it just makes me think like, oh yeah, you know, that's something that's always bothered me too.
Yeah.
So how has that been, being able to like have people really share their own personal fears and dreams? Like, how has that been, just being able to see all that?
This is the second summer we're doing it. We started it last summer, and the goal was, so basically mental health issues, the issue of depression, addiction, self-injury, and suicide. When someone's struggling, they usually feel very alone or isolated, whether it's the shame they're going through or the stigma that's associated that keeps them feeling that isolation. So we wanted to try and figure out a way to work towards chipping that away, and also engaging the audience, activating kids at Warped. So we came up with this idea of Fears versus Dreams. It's two simple questions, but they're very vulnerable and honest questions, and they ask for honest and vulnerable answers. So those answers and those cards that you see all over our tent, it just kind of works towards reducing that stigma and allowing people to be honest in a setting they might not normally.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. No, and it's great to be able to see that you guys, with your message and your positivity, you're able to get people out of their shells.
Yeah.
So you're able to have them have these honest conversations. That's really great. You know?
And there's at a place like this, they may not see a question like that all day, or it might be the most WLOHA.com. I would just want to encourage anyone to check out our Find Help page on our website. We have a lot of resources that we really believe in that we've compiled that are great resources. And we want them to check that out, reach out to a friend, or just know that they're not alone and that there are people that care about them and that want to get them connected to help. And the first step can be the hardest, but it's also, once you make that first step, you realize people do care, and that you might not be alone.
All right. So this has been an interview with To Write Love on Our